This is my third year teaching, my third year getting an ARI grant, and my sixth year teaching seniors. And so this is a sort of a tying into the last 2 years that I've gotten the grant. What I have found is that you have some seniors who totally take advantage of all these different activities, and then you have others who are basically being forced into participating in my greenhouse activities. And things that I look at with my seniors is that there are so many limited options for careers in this area, and they are so uncertain as to what areas to pursue and different diversity, so to speak. And so what we are looking at this year is doing vertical gardening through aeroponics. And I know that sounds sort of like new agey and space age, and when you see the apparatus, it is very interesting. But what I have learned from these last 3 years in ARI is looking to people with that whole concept of best practices. My first year, I felt like we did a really good job with our activities, and then last year I had a group of seniors that did not buy into what I was wanting to be a part of. And at the end of the year, when I thought we would have produced more success, I saw that we had not. And I actually saw a post on Facebook from someone in the Central Elementary School District of Allison Heights in Pittsburgh. And when I saw that, I was like, this is amazing. That's really cool what they've done. And it was fifth graders. And I thought, if fifth graders can do these tasks, then my seniors with some help can do that. And so what I'm looking at doing with the aeroponics is, because the greenhouse that we have at our high school is a shed type greenhouse, and it's small. You have limited area. And the problems I ran into last year was the first year of the grant, I was getting things organized in terms of space and supplies, and then heating was an issue in our greenhouse. So then last year we have the heat taken care of, but then we ran into a humidity issue, and the heat was nice and warm, but then our greenhouse was completely arid. And so we ran into a whole new set of issues, and we were basically just drowning our plants. And so when I looked into vertical gardening, one, it takes up less space. You can it's equivalent to about 23 square feet of space in about a 4-foot space. It's you can get all the way up to an 8-foot tall tower, but we're only going to be having the 4-foot tall tower. And you have a nutrient-rich base at the bottom, which is a 20-gallon tank, and you have this different fluids that you put in there to cultivate your crops. And then you have basically a PVC pipe that is suspended over that, and it's just this continuous wash of fluids. And so I thought that would be a way to sort of combat my issues with humidity issues, but then also be able to grow a large amount of produce in a small area. And the reason why I choose seniors is because, one, this is a very expensive piece of equipment. The apparatus alone is $750 before you even purchase the nutrient solution. But also, the first year I did this, I had a few seniors who were just so excited about it. In fact, she came and spoke at our spring session, and she said, "I could do this all day if you would let me." And then, like I said, last year, just a different group of students, they're like, "I could do this never, and I would be happy." And I was like, awesome, that's so good. And this year, I just have a totally different group of students. And so I'm going to be reaching into some of our dual credit classes. We have students who are taking an online English program, and so much of the time during the week they have some downtime. And we've had some students who've actually volunteered and asked, "Can I be a part of this?" And so now we have sort of a buy-in from students who truly have interest from it. We're occupying their time, and we have students who are interested in what's going on, because as a senior teacher, having students who may on paper have the grade or have the potential to go and do anything, they still have that hesitancy, that uncertainty about, what are my options here? I would really like to live in this area, but our economy is depleting quickly, and by the time I get out of high school, we may have no economy. So looking at things like vertical gardening, if you look at smaller areas, Israel being one of them, they have very modernized and advanced types of gardening and agriculture there. And if you also know that Israel also has one of the best economies, one of the highest GDPs in the world, and they use a variety of greenhouse gardening, aeroponics, and all those things. And they have to import almost everything in terms of food supply, but then they also export a tremendous amount of luxury type agricultural items. So if my students can get a part of that and maybe figure out something, and then we can grow something at the end, that's what we're looking into doing. But the vertical gardening, if you are limited on space, it's great, and I would recommend Growers Supply. It's through a division of Farm Tech. They are the best people to work with. They are so nice. They will answer your call anytime. They will send you stuff immediately. So I'm a fan of Farm Tech. That's who I've ordered from for this will be the 3rd year. But other than that, do you have any questions? I know I gave you sort of a lot of information. Okay, thank you.